Welcome to a new episode of the doahandducepod podcast. I'm back at you again with those free picks. College football week 4. Some of the sharp bets from some of the top sports bettors that I listen to on sports podcasts and everything. So we're going to start this week off with the sharp picks from the Westgate. Some of the sharp plays from the Westgate Super Sports book. Pitt plus 12 against UCF. Wisconsin minus 3.5 against Michigan. USC plus 4 against Utah. Cal plus 2.5 against Ole Miss. And Utah State minus 3.5. I think they play San Diego State. I ain't for sure. Next, we got Phil Steele. His picks from Behind the Bet podcast. Northwestern plus 9.5 versus Michigan State. San Diego State plus 3.5 versus Utah State. Utah minus 4 versus USC. Michigan plus 3.5 versus Wisconsin. UNC minus 3 versus Appalachian State. Next, we got Brad Powers from Straight Outta Vegas, Fox Sports Radio, in the Dream Preview. First, we got Texas minus 6.5 versus Oklahoma State for a lean. Washington minus 6 versus BYU for a like. Northwestern plus 9.5 versus Michigan State. Stanford plus 10.5 a lean versus Oregon. Michigan plus 3.5 for a light versus Wisconsin. Washington State minus 18 for a lean versus UCLA. Tennessee plus 14 for a lean versus Florida. Utah minus 4 versus USC for a light. Texas A&M minus 4 for a lean versus Auburn. Pitt plus 12 for a lean versus UCF. And his best bet is Georgia minus 14 versus Notre Dame. That's his best bet. But I think that line went up to 14.5. So next we got Thompson from the Dream Preview. Texas minus 6.5 versus Oklahoma State for a light. Washington minus 6 versus BYU for a lean. Northwestern plus 9.5 versus Michigan State. Stanford plus 10.5 versus Oregon for a lean. Wisconsin minus 3.5 for a light versus Michigan. Washington State minus 18 versus UCLA for a light. Utah minus 4 versus USC for a light. Texas A&M minus 4 versus Auburn. That's his best bet. So Texas A&M minus 4 versus Auburn, his best bet. That's one of the best I'm feeling myself. Pittsburgh plus 12 versus UCF. Next we got Steve Fezzik from the Dream Preview, Straight Outta Vegas, Fox Sports Radio. We got Washington minus 6 versus BYU for a lean. Northwestern plus 9.5 versus Michigan State. Oregon minus 10.5 versus Stanford. Michigan plus 3.5 versus Wisconsin. Tennessee plus 14 versus Florida for a light. Utah minus 4 versus USC for a lean. Pittsburgh plus 12 versus UCF, and that's his best bet. And also from the Dream Preview, Dave Essler, he's like Wisconsin minus 3.5. Next, we got Todd Furman from Behind the Board podcast and the betting show on Fox Sports 1. They like Old Dominion plus 29 versus Virginia. So Old Dominion plus 29 versus Virginia. Make sure you subscribe and good luck on your bets. Peace.